Fun seeing you be a dad too right now. We're getting a 2-for-1 video.
Yeah, come on.
Shawn Porter being a dad and talking Errol Spence.
Yeah, yeah, and you know this is another part of it. You know, him and I are both. We're going. Not only are we going after each other's belts, but you know we're going after. I'm taking food off of his plate, and he's trying to do the same for me.
Yeah, because I've seen him. He has a beautiful baby girl too.
He does, man. He has 2 beautiful children. He has a beautiful family. You know, so. All the respect to him, and I respect everything he's done to this point. But I'm definitely prepared to separate myself from him in this fight.
But he even mentioned when you guys had that awesome face-off where he was like, you know, Shawn, he just either bullies the guy or he outspeeds him, and you just said, you know, you're talking about it's not just enough this time with speed and power. Is that almost you agreeing that you got to bring even more, like you know,
I'm definitely gonna bring even more.
Right.
You know, I don't really. I'm not paying attention to the things he says because I don't know how much of it he actually believes or he wants other people to believe. You know, so I just know who he is as a fighter, who he is as a person. You know, there's a lot that we're up against a lot. You know, I know that his will and his competitive drive and spirit and things like that is very, very high. So I'm prepared to attack him in every phase of the fight. You know, physically, even in the fight, psychologically. You know, in the fight, I'm planning on attacking his heart and his will. Let him know I'm here all night.
Do you believe he's taking you lightly at all in this fight, or underestimating you?
I can't imagine, man. I just really can't imagine. I can't imagine he would. Especially, you know, it's one thing to promote the fight and say certain things, but at some point you do have to prepare. I think if he's done all the right things and he's prepared and has prepared as I expect him to, then he should have taken a look at multiple fights of mine and even, you know, more recent fights of mine and say, hey, you know, we got to be prepared for, you know, A, B, C, D, you know.
Because, like, I know Errol's, he prepares hard. He's like yourself.
Yeah.
He prepares hard for the fight, and he still says, I know Shawn's going to come with everything. But then at the same time, once you guys really got going, he said, you know, you're just going to come in and swing wild. And he said, make me miss.
Yeah.
So, ultimately, you know, when that actually lands, that punch he's talking about, does that, you know, rattle him at all? Because you know,
honestly, I do expect that to happen. I expect him to, you know, again, we talk about experience. I've been in fights where I didn't handle guys the way I've always handled guys. And in the midst of the fight, I'm thinking to myself, what's going on? He's never had to deal with it.
Right, and that's what I meant earlier when we were talking, and it's like, are you not letting him have his way? You know, because, you know, when he gets to be laid back and cool, he says, I know Shawn's gonna be ready and this and that, but once you got him going, and I guess kind of didn't let him have his way, that's what he said. Well, you're just gonna swing wild.
Exactly, and I think the exact same thing will happen in the ring. I think you let him be calm, you let him be cool, let him be who he is, and he's comfortable. I mean, that's part of life. You know, we're all comfortable when we do what we want to do.
Right. But,
you know, you shoot back at him. You know, you say something that he doesn't like, and he's gonna be very quick to respond to it. He's gonna be very quick to react to it, you know, and that is something that I think is gonna show up in the fight. You know, he's gonna when I hit him, he's gonna want to get me back. You know, and so you got everything going on, man. You got the bull and the matador, you got the cat and the mouse, you got two strong-willed guys going at each other like monsters, and it's all a matter of me being smart. Me being fundamentally sound and doing the right things at the right time.
Yeah, because it sounds like what a lot of people have believed in Errol is that you're just gonna come forward and come after him, but from listening to you got a more nuanced plan than that.
We got everything in mind. First round, if we go at him and we see anything, they see anything in the corner, I see anything in the fight, we gonna go. There was my fight with Andre Berto, I think it was the 6th or the 7th round. I had Berto up against the ropes, and it seemed like I threw 100 punches right there in that moment. Bell rings, and I come back to the corner. He said, my dad said, "You good?" I said, "Yeah." He said, you really went hard right there." I said, "Yeah." He said, "Did you see something?" I said, I was going for it. He said, "Okay, well, you know, let's be smart. Let's pick our shots and pick our times when we're gonna make that happen. You know, I said okay. I go back out the next round, land some really good shots on him, and I come back after that round, and my dad says, "All right, we're going after him this round. Take care of him, get him out of there." That's how we work as a team. You know, I may see something in the ring and I'm going for it, and he may pull me back. You know, he may see something and say, "Yo, go get it. You gotta go. You gotta go." And I'm prepared.
But I believe
I'm prepared to do whatever what's in my mind and my heart, and the team is right behind that.
I believe you predicted an 8th round knockout, right?
That's what the headline read. We had someone call in when I was on the Sway in the Morning show, and I'm gonna say it like it is what it is. He predicted the 8th round knockout, and I did not disagree. I said, all right, if you're saying it's 8th round, then I'm gonna be smart. I'm gonna do what I have to do, and if it's the 8th round, then it's the 8th round. If it's the 9th round and you bet the 8th round, I'm sorry, that's not my fault. I did what I had to do in the 9th round. It wasn't in the 8th round, you know. So the best part about it is I'm prepared to take this fight to Errol Spence. This will be an exciting fight. If I smell blood, if I see blood, I'm going for it all.
But just another question about the fight. He throws so many punches around, 75 to 80. Do you match that output, or do you think you slow it down with some of the things you bring?
I think I'll slow his. I think I'll slow his output down.
How do you think?
I think you know, countering that with my aggression. I think that's one way to do it. I think also, you know, he'll get the clue that he's got to be smart, can't be reckless, and I'm not like anybody else he's fought. And I think when that happens, he'll be a little smarter, a little bit more cautious, and he'll be trying to pick his opportunities a lot better.
Do you have to be better for this fight than any other?
I expect to be.
Okay, better than any fight ever.
I expect this to be the best fight you've ever seen me in.
Is that part of what you meant by I have to be 100 only on one night?
Yes, sir.
So, yes, just to be redundant, better than the man who won the WBC title last year, better than the guy who beat Devin Alexander and knocked out.
Yeah. There's you know, you and I were just sitting here and we were talking about, you know, how there's always something going on in the fighter's mind or in his life that will prevent him from being his best, and you have to have someone there to help you manage all of that so that you can be your best. And I've just been blessed enough with the ability to, along with my dad especially, but with my team also, continue to check myself, continue to be aware of what's going on in my life and my mind and my heart and my body, and manage it all. You know, so when you talk about me being better than I was when I won the WBC title, or when I defended it against Dennis Ugas, everything is clicking on the right cylinders. Spiritually, emotionally, psychologically, physically, everything. And this is a great time for boxing. It's a great time for me and my team.
So this is an empty the tank fight? Or is it?
Every fight's an empty the tank
Right,
fight. My fight with Keith Thurman was an empty the tank fight. I remember
because you certainly did empty the tank.
When we were nearing the end of Danny Garcia, we were doing our best to empty the tank and leave nothing. Don't pour that out. Leave nothing undone. And the same goes for this fight. Errol Spence to me is another fighter. He's a great, exciting fighter. He has great talent, great skills, all the good stuff. And that will pull the best out of me.
I just mean it because like you got the commentating going on outside of the ring. You want to pursue being a sports psychologist. There's just a whole lot of things you're capable of doing outside the ring. So does that mean, is this towards the finish line at all? An eye towards the finish line?
Well, it's always going to be about managing your life and your goals.
And you seem like a guy who wants to. Everyone wants to retire with their their brain intact. But you seem.
If you're talking about the things that I want to do, obviously, I do need all that. The best part about it, man, I've been tracking my health for about about 3 years now, I think. About 3 years, and everything has been consistently consistent with when I started about 3 years ago. So, with that being said, I you know, in the midst of the battle, that's never on my mind. Like, oh no, I can't do this or I can't do that. But you know,
yeah, is that ever on your mind?
nah, it's never on my mind. But you know, even like right now, to have the understanding that I just did an exam about 2 months ago and everything checked out, gives me assurance that I have everything that it takes to not only be successful in the ring but successful outside the ring as well. So again, it's I'm not rushing anything. I'm taking my time with everything, and of course doing my best to you know, plan for my future, get prepared for my future, but take care of the present.